Good morning everyone. When I left home this morning it was sunny. I've come about 8 miles north of the borough again and I'm at Fine Bush Lane. What a name, eh? Fine Bush Lane. So I'm going to walk along this road doing either side and it's like a triangle shape. And it's strange because my friend from Hillingdon Litter Pickers, Andrew, doesn't live far from here, but I said, Andrew, I want to do a video this side of the borough, so not to clean it. And on the way here I saw him about a mile away cleaning another part of the road, so that was nice of him. I shouted at him violently. So welcome along. I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, you're seeing any pictures crop up. Some of them will be related to what I'm talking about and some of them will just be litter picking pictures. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Litter picking pictures. Got me teeth in this morning, so there'll be work I've done litter picking outside of YouTube, so enjoy them. So I'm going to crack on with it. I've probably got about 1.5 miles to walk, so come and join me. Be great to have you on board. I've got a packet of biscuits left over from last night, which I will speak about. Well, half a packet of biscuits. Got my favourite, look, the Jammy Dodgers. So I've got them as well for a bit of sustenance. So let's go, guys. Let's get on with it and let's go and do this part of Ruislip. Just going to put that on the floor for the moment, guys. So there's me normal litter picking tongs. So I've brought little Dick with me today. So little Dick is nothing to shout about, trust me. He's nothing to be proud about. Nothing to boast about, but he's one of my new litter picking sticks. And he's perfect for things like that. So he's 50 inches long, little Dick. So he's come out today on this journey and he's going to come in handy for sure. So the big boy's just a little bit too big, but little Dick is just perfect at 50 inches to have a little play with. I just might be able to get that one. Yeah, look at that. Well done, little Dick. So, and then I've got the other litter picking stick, which I've bought with your very kind donations. That is massive. That's 9 foot long. Mind this car. That's 9 foot long. And that's just too big. I think that's just if you're going to go to like one location. And litter pick. I don't think you could walk down the street with that thing. We're going to call him Big Dick, by the way. So we've got little Dick, Big Dick, and obviously my big boy. Big boy's in between now. So yes, what a great tool. So this was bought from your kind donations, guys. Thank you very, very much. So what the guy's done is he's just put a bit of metal on him to strengthen him up a bit. And let's see if I can get that one as well while I'm at it. Oh yes, well done, little Dick. Not going to boast about little Dick. I don't think he's anything to boast about, but I will have a play with him in public. So basically the trick to this road is to just keep walking along. I'm just going to be going either side, and then, as I said, when I get to the end of the road I'm going to turn onto Breakspear Road and head down there. But obviously Breakspear Road is the breeding ground for Barry Schumacher, I can assure you. Barry Schumacher is born and bred on roads like Breakspear Road, so I'm going to have my wits about me. Got me high vis on, and I will be on full alert from old Barry. But this is what I just don't get. Look, it's just been chucked out of someone's car window. Yeah, it's in such, you could just put that in the footwell in your car and just take it home, couldn't you? But no, I'm just waiting for these cars to pass, guys. This is a narrow road. I've got to be on a bit of an alert here. So yeah, that's what winds me up about that, just chucking that out the window. It's just so unnecessary, but I'm preaching to the choir, as they say. I'm preaching to the choir. So let me keep going, guys. Get down this road a bit and then gonna just have a little play with my little dick again. It's just perfect for this. That's full of water. So this is why Kieran, the guy from Hillingdon Litter Pickers, I won't be able to lift that because it's just too heavy. I can't drag it. This is why Kieran from Hillingdon Litter Pickers strengthened them up for me, because as a basic model they just snap with things like this. There you go. Well done, little dick. Oh dear. So I've got a bit to get through today, guys. I will tell you about what I've been up to and whatnot. So let me just get this little bit of stuff. I'll come back for that can in there in a sec. And then what I'll do, because it looks like I'm filling bags quite quickly. Andrew did say it was in need of a litter pick. So what I will do is then just do this little bit, and then I'll catch you down the road in a few 100 yards. Right guys, I am about a third of the way down this fine bush lane. I think this will be the worst of it, without a doubt. So as I said, I'm just crisscrossing. Had a couple of people actually who I've just been off camera, just say thank you and whatnot. So let's see if I can have a play with little Dick again for this one. Oh yeah, perfect. Well done, little Dick. I'm well proud of whipping out my little Dick in public. Well proud. So I've had a few people say thank you very much, which is always nice. It's always motivational, isn't it, when people sort of appreciate what you do. So but yeah, this little Dick, I'm well pleased with him. He's quite handy. It's a handy tool. So that's been bought by your kind donations, guys. So thank you very, very much for all the buy me a coffees. And I don't want to mention any names and embarrass anyone, but all these buy me a coffees, those who have done that, and as I said, been generous with their hard-earned money. This is what it's gone towards. A bit of equipment. So it's very handy. Now these bags are filling up, and there is a little lay-by here, so I might actually just dump them here and take a picture and report them to the council, because the council guy came round my house. The guy, the big cheese, came round my house in person. I wasn't in, I'd gone out with Mrs. O to Ealing. We'd gone shopping at Ealing Broadway. That was the day after the last video I made, when I went litter picking with Mrs. O, which was about a week ago. So the big cheese came round, but look, he dropped off some bags. He wanted to meet me, never met me in person. It's just all impersonal through emails. Dave this, Dave that, Gerard this, Gerard that, Dave this, Dave that, Gerard this, Gerard that. So it was a shame, but never mind. I said to him, thanks for dropping them off, and I'll catch you on the next one, sort of thing. Now, see, these are these little lay-by spots. I'm sure this is like all over the country, all over the world, really. I know. Oh, look at this. This is just perfect. See, the problem is, with my other one, with my big boy, he's good as well, but he's not very... Go on, Barry, I know you want to let it go. Not quite. Not quite woke up yet. Anyway, so but this is just perfect. This is great for sort of mobile litter picking in these sort of hard to reach places. There's been a lot of fly tips along here though over the years. You can see the remnants of it, all these bits of wood. Look, what I will do is drop these bags off. I'll drop these bags off here and I'll put the wood on top of it, and then when the crews come, hopefully tomorrow, but certainly in the week, they'll pick it all up. Right, let's just see if I can get that one in there real quick. Got to be careful, there's a barbed wire fence in front of me. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but there's a barbed wire fence, so Right, there you go, guys. Let me just change these bags, guys. And so I'm about halfway along Fine Bush Lane. There's a pan round. So we're north of the borough of Hillingdon. We're in the northern end of it. So we've got Harefield that way, Uxbridge that way, Ruislip that way, and sort of northward that way. So let's keep cleaning it up, guys. Let's keep cleaning it up. So guys, as I was saying, Andrew's about a mile up the road doing, he knew I was going to do this. He's left it for a couple of weeks. He messaged me the other day and said, when are you doing this road? And I said, oh, next weekend, Andrew. He's like, oh, it's really messy. I said, I'll do it this weekend then. So I was going to do Cranford Lane today, which was the scene of my very first video. But I've decided to give it a miss just for the moment and put it back a couple. So you will see Cranford Lane in the next few videos, because I'm building up to my 100th video, which I've got a spectacular lined up for you. Been planning it out for weeks, absolute weeks. So that's going to be my 100th video, and that'll be basically the last video I release before Super September. I'm just dragging them out a little bit every 5 or 6 days. I don't want you to get bored of me when I release 30 videos in 30 days for Super September. So anyway, I'm digressing, but so Andrew is up the road, and I met up with him last week. Andrew's a lovely guy, lovely guy. And I met up with him near me, and he helped me do Dawley Road. I'll put a couple of pictures up of some of my litter picking, but I'm going to digress very, very, very quickly as well. So, as you can see that flag, guys. See it there? The Union flag. Now, people call it the Union Jack, but I'm going to give you a bit of a lesson. It's only a Union Jack when it's on a boat. Otherwise, it's a Union flag. So I'm going to digress quickly, because I went out to the theatre last night with Mrs. O. We went and saw some Jack the Ripper thing, the Ripper Files it was called. It was very good. It was only 3 actors in it. I want to be an actor, lovey. But I do like a trip to Windsor now and again. And we went and saw this play. As I said, I'll put a couple of pictures up. There's only a couple. Just something I took for the family in America and plastered on Facebook. But there's a lot of fast gas canisters down this road. This is the 5th one I've run into. Yeah, it is the 5th one. I put 3 by the pile of bags back there, and there's 2 more there now. So getting near the end of this one, actually, this road. So where was I? Oh yeah, so went to Windsor last night, and she wanted to get a couple of souvenir things for the family in America, just to take over. I'm just going to be careful. Come on, mate, come past. I'm in charge. I'm in charge. So she got a couple of cups and whatnot, souvenir cups with like big ears on it. It's me, King Charles. So the family in America love all that sort of stuff. And she also bought one of William and Kate. Oh shit. Bought one of William and Kate and whatnot, and I bought one with a Union flag on it. It's small, it's like a perfect go to bed cup. It's not too big, it's like half a cup really. So you have a cup of tea an hour before you go to bed, and you don't wake up and go for a pee 500 times a night. Just let me get this if I can, guys. It might be heavy. Oh no, that's full of cement. There's 0 chance of getting that. So anyway, where was I? So I went in the souvenir shop and I said, oh, have that one. They said, what, the cup with the Union Jack on it? So I said, it's not a Union Jack. He's like, yes it is. I said, it's not. It's the Union flag. So I had to give him a little education. I said, it's only a Union Jack when it's on a boat. And then he goes outside and shows me Windsor Castle and said, that's the Union Jack. I said, it's not. It's the Union flag. I said, it's only a Union Jack when it's on a boat. So we had a little bit of discussion. And then I said to him, you see these little souvenirs you're selling of this? He said, what? I said, that one. He said, what, Big Ben? I said, no, that's not Big Ben, is it? That's not Big Ben. He said, yes, it is. I said, no, the Big Ben is the bell. Big Ben is the bell. You're just selling a model of the tower. That's now called the Queen Elizabeth II Tower, I goes. Let's just get this out the tree if I can. Get little Dick on him. Oh, look at that. Little Dick made mincemeat of that. I need little Dick for this though. Let's just pull this out. I'm going to keep talking actually whilst I'm doing this. So, I said, no, that's not Big Ben. I said, the tower, which is basically what you're selling the model of, is called now the Queen Elizabeth Tower, I go. It used to be called the St Stephen's Tower up until about 2005 or something like that. Anyway, so I had to tell him that Big Ben is just the bell at the top of the tower, the one that chimes. That's Big Ben. There's a plastic milk thing in there, guys, but that's well beyond this one. He's well beyond little Dick. I need to whip out my big boy for that one, or Big Dick, but little Dick ain't getting anywhere near that one. So anyway, so we had this discussion, but we went to Windsor and we had a nice time. We even got home without them closing the motorway for a change, which was nice. Just had a nice easy drive home. Got home at 10:05. Got my new cup, made myself a cup of tea. I thought, right, I better go to bed because I know I'm coming here early in the morning. But then I got disturbed by the Formula One, so I was like, oh, all right, watch a bit of the Formula One. So I'm probably about half an hour later than what I was planning to be. I know when Andrew does this area, he comes out very early. Just have to, because of the Barry Schumachers that are around here. Let's empty that out a bit. It's too heavy otherwise. There's another bottle in there, but again, I think it's just a bit too far in. I'll give it a go. Oh, sorry guys, I have got it though, guys. If it's any consolation to the fact that you've got a crap view, I did get it. So yeah, that was my night at Windsor. But going back to Andrew, yeah, so we done this litter pick together last week up near me, Dawley Road, and we got about 15 bags between us on Dawley Road, and I'd only done it 3 weeks earlier. I just knew he was in the area and I knew I didn't have tons of time. I said, Andrew, it's looking a bit crappy, mate, if you can help me out. So he said, yeah, sure. So I've put some pictures up that, and Andrew's also got himself a little Dick. And there he is, with a picture of Andrew with his 2 litter picking sticks. I don't think he names his sticks. I don't think he's watched as many carry-on films as me. So yeah, so we done that, and then whilst I'm at it, guys, I'll just flash up a few other pictures of litter picking I've done. I think the situation, unfortunately, is getting worse. I just seem to be getting more and more, and I can't even keep these areas clean nowadays for long. I mean, I'm litter picking, as I said, 28, 29, more than 20. If it's a 30-month day, I'm doing 29 days litter picking. I did have a rare day off the other day. It was down to this explosion that happened at the electrical plant down towards Heathrow. You might have heard. I mean, this video is not going to go out for about 3 months after, but the whole area was just coned off. I couldn't really get out the house. I couldn't even park near the house. I had to park half a mile away and walk home after work. When I left for work in the morning, I had to drive the long way round. Oh, it was a nightmare. So I did have, it's now Sunday, I did have Friday off this week, a rare day off. That was forced upon me though, unfortunately. That was just forced upon me. So if you just think back in time for when Heathrow Airport was closed a few months ago, for me that's only 2 days ago. But yeah, so a rare day off because of that explosion at the substation, which by the time this video goes out, they might have actually found out what caused it, but at the moment nobody knows. Right, let's just see if I can get them. Gotta be careful, I'll branch right on my head. And I've also got, I'm at full stretch now on the floor. It's gonna really bug me though in there, but I just don't think I can get it. Let's have a go. Let's just have a go. Should be able to get that bottle. Hang on, guys. Then I got into trouble the other day as well. So I went out litter picking with Chili. So how many times I've been out with Chili this year? 5. We done the one at Tesco's. Let me just get this, guys. It's just in there, look. It's like a small suitcase. Let me just get it, guys. Sorry about the view if it's crap. But I know most of you are litter pickers, so you'll appreciate that I get it. There you go. That other one's just too far in. I'm not gonna, there's no chance of getting that. So where was I? Oh yeah, Chili. So I met up with Chili, as I said. I got my litter picking sticks done by Kieran. And I went straight to meet Chili. And before I met him, I was a little bit early. I saw this road, it was a nightmare. I got 5 bags out of it. Not normally on any of my routes, but I just thought, oh, I've got half out to kill, might as well clean it up. So I cleaned it up. I'll try and put that picture up of it and the supermarket trolley and everything else that was dumped there. And then I met Chili and we was just crawling in amongst the bushes, basically getting thousands and absolutely thousands of cans and bottles. I'm going to put the pictures up. He would have released the video by now. Now I spoke to him just the other day and he said he'll release that video in about 6 weeks. But by the time my video comes out, that'll be 6 weeks gone. As I said, my videos are running about 3 months behind. So, yeah, that's the 5th time I've met with Chili this year. But I'm off to the States. I said, gonna have to blow you out for a little while, mucker. He's like, no, that's all right. He said, when you come back, I found a spot. I said, oh, go on, tell me all about it. I can hardly wait. Then he told me about it. I said, yeah, that's on Dawley Road. I know it. I said, I've never really gone deep into there. I've just done the edge. So anyway, I said, when I come back from the wedding in America, when you go, will you send back a letter from America? When I come back from the wedding, I'm going to meet up with Chili again for the 6th time this year. We've done 2 on the Stockley bypass, 1 on the canal. And this lay-by is filthy. 2 on the Stockley bypass with Chili, 1 on the canal with Chili, 1 at Ballsbridge Tesco's early in the year with Chili. The one I done the other day with him up at the Uxbridge Road, basically. And now we're going to meet, quite a few meetups this year. It's always good to get out though with someone once in a while. Just breaks up the monotony of it. So, right guys, let me just empty these 2 bags, leave them here. There's a little bit more in here. I might as well just get, I'll dig these out while I'm at it as well. I know the crews will take them if they see them. So I will just dig these out. Ah, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. Sorry guys, a misuse of the verbal moralities there. A little misuse of the verbal moralities. Oh dear. So that's Fine Bush Lane done. That's just concrete, I'm afraid, guys. I'll leave that. The council have to do it. So I'm going to empty these 2. That'll be bags 3 and 4. I'll leave them there for the crews to pick up. Oh, rip me top a bit. And then I'm going to turn and head that way, slightly up the hill, and make up the sort of triangle that I was speaking about at the beginning. So I'll catch you down the road. Bloody tongs are covered in mud, look. I just got one of them gas bottles out from the ditch that's over the road here. Gas bottles down there, look. Covered in mud. I had to get on my hands and knees to retrieve it and then pull it out with this. So I'm covered in mud at the moment, which brings me on to, so as I was saying, I met up with Chili last week. We was basically, I was on my hands and knees ripping out all these, I think I'll just hold little Dick for the moment. He might be doing this ditch that runs parallel to the road and save me just getting him in and out. So, where was I? Yes, so I was absolutely filthy, been on my hands and knees just picking litter out of these horrible bushes that were just, there must have been a camp there, a drug camp or something. Right, be careful, Gerard, you donut. Go on, Barry. Oh, I know this one wants to be Barry, but he saw me and slowed down a bit. I've got to be honest, I do love Little Dick. This is my first time playing with him. I'm enjoying playing with Little Dick, I really am. So, oh, you are awful, but I like you. You're going to have to get used to my carry-on sense of humour, guys. Those who are in the British Isles who've watched all the carry-on films and know exactly where I'm coming from. If you're in other parts of the world and you've never seen a carry-on film, I mean, they're years old. They're 50, 60 years old, but they're all innuendo. So, got the likes of Sid James in them and Kenneth Williams and whatnot. So, that's where it all comes from. I love sitting at home on a bank holiday Monday or something and just watching a carry-on film. Easter's coming up. I'm going to be in the USA for Easter. I won't be able to watch ITV4 and carry on something. Chuck that there a minute. So, where was I? Yes, so I went this litter pick with chili. And I got home, I was just absolutely filthy. Mrs. O said, "You're not coming in the house like that." I said, well, obviously I'm not. I'm going to strip off here, I go. It's just out by the front door. She's like, she gave me a bag. This was the day after I went litter picking with her, which was probably the last video, guys. And she said, "You're not coming in the house like that." I said, "All right, keep your hair on. Keep your hair on." So I had to strip off to me pants on the doorstep. Then she gave me one of these Hillingdon bags. "Put your clothes in there," she goes. "You are filthy." I said, "I know, dear. I know." So that went down like a lead balloon. Mrs. O was upset with me, although on the last video she did say she was going to make me some steak, and she did that day. That was lovely. Nice bit of Joe Blake. Joe Blake is steak. Remember, I'm a Londoner, we use Cockney rhyming slang. It's like, if you're not used to it, it's like dog and bone is to phone. But you don't tend to say both the words. You don't say dog and bone. You just shorten it to dog. Someone's on the dog for you. People are like, what? I know exactly what I'm on about. Right, let's see if I can get that as well. It's all everything's starting to bud again, all starting to bloom. The spring bloom is coming out, which is going to seem a bit strange when you're watching this in the summer, guys. I'm probably going to be in France about fishing about the time this one's released. Maybe not. Yeah, probably actually. Probably be in France fishing. I've got a couple of weeks booked. One on my own at a lake called Abbey Lakes, which is about 50 miles north east of Paris. And then I've got another one not too far from that as well. Actually go a little bit away from Paris to get to that one. So I just go over on the ferry. Got all the ferry booked, everything's booked. Ferry booked, couple of weeks fishing, lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. So this is a welcome change for me, doing roads like this. As I said, I am about 8 miles from home. I used to come down these roads a lot though on the school run. I told you the school run for me was 10 or 11 miles, depending. Oh, I've got my sunglasses on. I'm sweating up a little. So I did used to come down these roads with the children. Those were the days. My life's changed dramatically since the school run ended because it was so far away from me. Obviously I had to get up and leave early. Well done, Gerard. You are a bloody legend, mate. You are a legend. Come on. Oh dear, that's better. Right. So, yes, I did used to come down these roads every day. So it is nice to have a vested interest in them still, now and again. But I just wanted to I'm trying to do things different, guys. As I said, I've recently changed the name of the channel from The Obliterator, which I did like. But when people would confront me in the street and say, ooh, what you got that camera on for, mate? And I say, oh, I've got my own like YouTube channel for litter picking. Oh, that's nice. What's it called? I'd say The Obliterator. And it's got the hyphen in the middle. You know, you bump into these people months later or weeks later. I had to look for your channel, mate. I just couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. So I just thought I need an easier name to remember. And because by now you would have seen my videos from California and whatnot and other locations around the country, I thought I'm trekking around a bit like Star Trek. So I just thought Trash Trek was a good name. Easy to remember, and it does everything it says on the tin. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, God. Never mind, just pick it up, Jared, pick it up. Don't get despondent. Just pick it up. This is the only problem when you're doing two sides of the road. You can overlook some bits. Let's whip out little Dick again. He's getting well used today, old little Dick. He's getting a debut and a half, isn't he? So that's the plan, guys, up until Super September. I just want to get my 100th video will be my last video before Super September. Then if I don't release a video for 2 weeks or 10 days or something, go on, Barry. Not quite. Not quite. Another wannabe Barry, but they're seeing me and just slowing down a bit. Oh. Come on, Gerard, you can do it, son. Well done. So yes, guys, so that's the plan. I think this is going to be about video 96. I can't remember when I put some in for. But what the plan is video 100 is going to be over an hour long, probably 75 minutes long. Make the most of it, because then you're probably not going to see me for a little while, just whilst I get Super September ready. You can have a little break from me, and then we'll do Super September, because I'm going to need to concentrate on getting them filmed then. 30 videos in 30 days, as I said, so it's not just the filming, all the editing and everything that goes with it. Last week I was editing a video with Laura and we must have edited it for all night. There was a lot of footage to go through. And Mrs. O said, what are you doing? I said, well, we're editing this video, dear. You've been doing it all night? I said, yeah, I know. Keep your hair on, you daft brush. Honestly. So it's the editing that can really consume time. Right, guys, I'm going to meet you up the road. I'm just going to keep clearing this ditch in the meantime. And what I'll do is I'll catch you in a couple of 100 yards up the road, guys. Sorry guys, I was just doing a bit of filming off camera. A bit of litter picking off camera. I found a huge piece of cardboard, so I'm filling a bag. I've not actually, the trolley hasn't moved from where I said I'll see you up the road, but I have. just decided I saw a huge bit of cardboard. And I thought, oh, I'll go and fill it, but I just thought I'd fill this side of the ditch, which I was going to do off camera. But Barry's just gone past and got me juices flowing. Go on, Barry. He's up, is he? Barry's awake. He just went past in that yellow sort of car, that mustard coloured car. So I've just noticed I wasn't going to film this bit, but I'll stick it in the video now, sod it. Oh dear. So what I'm going to do is just leave this bag here. And there I was saying I'll see you up the road. Well, I sort of am in a way, but in an odd way, shall we say, in a peculiar way. Let's get that. So that's bag 5, guys, which I'll just try and tie up. It's just got this big piece of cardboard that I found. And I just thought, oh dear, I'm never going to get all that to the next stop. So if I leave that there, then I'm going to walk back to my trolley, which is about 90 yards down the road. And then, after Barry's woke me up, I will see you in a minute, guys. Right, guys, so that's bag 5. I've got the trolley and walked up the road a bit. So I'm filling these bags quite quickly, actually, as well. So, as I said, where was I? Talking about some waffle. I know there's a bottle over the road as well, somewhere in the ditch, which I'll just go and get real quick. There's lots of crap here. I suppose because it's thrown out the car as well at such high speed, because that's all it is. Virtually nobody walks along here. This is all just chucked out of cars, like the slip roads of every slip road in the UK. You get to the end of them, or the exit ramps if you're in the good old US of A, or somewhere else that uses that language, but in the UK they're called the slip roads. And basically, well, that's bedded into the road, that is. They flipping laid the road on top of that. Let's get this real quick. So yeah, there isn't a slip road in the UK that doesn't look a mess at the end of it. Even out in places like Windsor, where I went last night. Came off the motorway. Oh, I missed a couple back there. Come and get them. Came off the motorway and it was like, I've got all this crap at the exit. Look at it. Beggars belief. So this is all just chucked out the window. So yeah, this is what you're fighting. You've got an army of council litter pickers, an army of volunteers every weekend, and it still looks like this because there's a culture of just using the flipping bindo, as Andrew calls it, to throw your crap out of. Right. Just throw a few more out. I don't think I'm going to do this much side of the road for much longer because it thins out in a sec. It's overgrown, so I won't be able to get to it. But there's a couple back there I want to get. A couple of things I want to show you guys. I done that video over in East London recently, which you would have seen. Can't remember what I've called them. But however, on the train home, I was on the Lizzie line. I went back to Whitechapel and got on the Lizzie line back home. And I was stuck behind one of the mainline trains. Here's a little picture of me being stuck behind the mainline train. And the reason I took the picture is there's a pub behind it with a name, and the name, I think it's called The Last Man Standing. So the pubs used to be called inns, didn't they, years ago, in olden days. And I saw the name of this pub. I was like, what a great name. So I had to look it up on the internet. I'm sure it's called The Last Man Standing. I might be wrong, but whatever it's called, I'm going to flash it up on the screen. All right, Barry. Can't you quite see me with this ivy's on? So yeah, so I got stuck behind this express train going out to the West Country, and when it cleared I saw the name of the pub, but I didn't have my camera, so I had to go and find it on the internet. So this is what it's called anyway. Whatever it's called, this is it. I think it's a great name for a pub. Right, I think I'm done with this side of the road, guys. I'll just let this motor go past me. Then let's do my film review, guys, because I have actually watched the film. And I've also got my jammy Dodgers, which I'm going to need in a sec. So just running a little bit low. Could do with a little pick-me-up. Just get them jammy Dodgers out a minute. Got a couple left over from last night. Oh, this is nice. Oh, 3 left over from last night. I didn't pig them all in the... I've gone quiet because my mouth's full of jammy Dodger. I've ate the whole lot in one go because I'm a greedy bastard. You greedy bastard. Oh, misuse of the verbal moralities. Misuse of the verbal moralities. Oh, that was lovely. That just gives me an instant pickup, that has, guys. I've got 2 more to indulge myself with as well. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, really beautiful. Oh, that was lovely. So, where was I? Film review. So I have managed to watch a couple of films. This video is going to be long, isn't it? Me waffling on. I have managed to watch a couple of films, so I'll go through the first one. But let me warn you now. No, I'll tell you at the end. So I watched the film called... I can get this. Traffic's picked up. Let's put the icon up, Loz. Icon. High Rollers. Came out in early 2025. I'm gonna have another jammy Dodger set. Hang on, guys, hang on. Beautiful. High Rollers, it's called, guys, with John Travolta. So I was telling the wife about it last night on the way back from Windsor. She says, John Travolta hasn't made any good movies since Grease. I said, no, he's made a couple. He done Pulp Fiction, didn't he, you daft brush? And whatnot. I said, that wasn't a bad film. He done something else. I can't remember what it was called, but I know there was another one that was reasonably good. I said, he's done a few. But some of them are like big flowery pants. Well, this one, High Rollers, guys, big flowery pants. Really, I'm only going to give it 4 out of 10. It's poor, to say the least. But the synopsis of it is basically John Travolta's like a bank robber or something. There's a group of them, they're high-tech bank robbers, but I think it's the CIA or the FBI capture one of these guys on the team, and then they say, right, if you want your chum back, your buddy, you've got to rob this place for us, and you've got to pretend you're this person. There's a bike coming. Yeah, there is. So, hiya, mate. So anyway, he's like, how the bloody hell am I going to do that? So I said, that's your problem. If you want your team member back, you're going to have to rob it. So he has to devise a way to rob this sort of difficult place, rob this guy. But it had potential to be a pretty good film. The actual plot of it was pretty good, but it just went right down the toilet quickly. To be honest, I lost interest on it enough where I started to pick up my phone and started looking at my Facebook and things like that. That was the shame of it. It just didn't capture my imagination enough. Well, there's another can over the road. I'm nearly up the other end of this road as well, guys, by the way. So it's called High Rollers by John Travolta, and as I said, it could have been really good. It could have been really good, but they just let it down. Oh, look at all this. I'll tell you what, guys, I'll chuck it here and pick it all up. Look at this. Oh, yeah. I nearly swore again, guys. I'm going to get banned by YouTube. I've already sworn when I had my biscuit. Which reminds me, I've got my battery in my pocket as well as my biscuits. Let's just go and get this, guys. So High Rollers, guys, it's Oh, didn't see that earlier. Let's get that as well. So in the end, it's just disappointing because it did have good potential, but it just let itself down. It all went to pot, basically. So what would I call this film? As I said, I'm only going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. 4.5 out of 10. It's really the sort of film, if you work as a security guard, the night shift, there's nothing to do and you're access to a telly, it's sort of one of them films just to pass the time. So if you do watch it, guys, I hope you enjoy it more than what I do, but as I said, it's just tedious, boring, slow. So good luck with it if you watch it. Right, these bags are absolutely getting full to the brim. So what I will do is, I know there's a dumping point in about 200 yards. I'm just going to get in as much as I can before then. Oh, look at this. And I missed that one in the tree, look. What a wally, and that one. What a wally. I think I'm just going to have to put a third bag on the handles for the moment, guys. I'm just overloaded with crap. Right, guys, that's called New Year's Green Lane. So that takes you down to the dump. That's a whole world of hurt, that is. There's just a mess down there. There's campsites and everything. So I'm just going to do this. Got me last jammy Dodger, which I'm going to have. So I'm going to shut up for 1 sec while I pick this bit up. I've had to improvise with this bag just for a little bit, but I've not got far to go. I can dump the lot. I've just bumped in one of the Hillingdon crews actually, but they said they don't go this way down Breakspear. They only go that way to where High Speed 2 is, where they're building High Speed 2 about half a mile down the road. High Speed 2 is the new train line from London to Birmingham. That's if you can afford a train. Probably have to sell. To get on any train in the UK, you have to sell your liver and your kidneys. To use High Speed 2, you probably have to sell every body organ you've got. I kid you not, train fares in the UK are bloody eye-watering. Absolutely eye-watering, but that's another subject. I'm not going to get you on that today. Right, so where was we? Those jammy Dodgers were lovely. So there's a dumping point just round the corner here, guys. So I've got an improvised bag on. Sorry, the video is going to be a bit longer than planned, but as I said, my videos are being well spaced out at the moment, so probably won't be another one for 6 days, maybe even a week. So you can make the most of it. I just need to spread them out so I can get to this 100th video thing which I've got planned. You'll have to see what it is. Only one person knows what it is. Yeah, it's not chili. It is another litter pickup, but it's not chili. And I just ran the idea past them. I said, what do you think of this? And they're like, that is magnificent, Gerard. What a great idea. I said, yeah, I thought as much. They said, that is just a brilliant idea. I've got to be careful, guys, because it's HS2. Once they clear the speed restrictions, they start coming down here like Barry Schumacher. There's a lot more traffic on the road now. It must be 10 o'clock in the morning now. So I've just got to have my wits about me a bit. But as I said, I am very close to dumping these bags. In the meantime, I'll tell you what, so many of you have enjoyed some of my facts and some of my solar system pictures and things like that, what we've discussed on previous videos. So I was like, what can I entertain you with? So, just been doing a little bit of research, guys, on various things. Right, be careful, Gerard, be careful. This trolley ain't really designed for this extra bag, especially the weight in it. I'm having to really improvise at the moment. Well, just leave it there, I can hold it open. So what I've done is I've nicked some pictures off the old interweb, and they're like before and after pictures, guys. So today I'm going to concentrate on a few of the old stadiums around the United Kingdom, because some of them have changed so much beyond recognition over the years, with the money that's got involved. Look, I'm being deflected off that. I can't get the bloody thing out. The money that's been involved in football over the last 30 years has changed football beyond all recognition. Pitch technology and player wages. I mean, some of the wages they pay are just eye-watering. Some of these players are earning more in a week than what most of us earn in half a lifetime. I don't begrudge people earning money, I really don't, but ultimately, let's be honest, if we all got that opportunity to take it, we would. And you'd be liars if you said anything else. But for playing football, I just think it's a bit much. I just think it's a bit much. Anyway, nevertheless. Right guys, last bit of the trip. I don't think this is going to be too bad. This does get the council come down here, so I'm not even going to bother with the other side of the road. Notwithstanding the fact that Andrew's behind me and he's going to walk on that side of the road to get home, so completely pointless. So I'm just going to stick to this side of the road. I've got about 650 yards to go. So what was I saying? So yes, these stadiums, guys. So I'm going to start flashing them up. I'll talk first about my own one, what I go to. Fulham, come on Fulham. So Fulham have changed their stadium over the years, and I've got a picture probably of it in about the 1990s, which I'll put up on the screen. And then what I'm going to do, ooh, nice little thorn in the hand there. It's just starting to bud. This is getting close if I can. Look, it's just starting to bud. So yes, so that's Fulham, and now this is how Fulham looks today. I went down there recently on the litter pick from Hammersmith to Fulham, so you would have seen Fulham. Obviously it's my team, so it's a little bit closer to my heart. Then after that I'm going to put up Tottenham. Now Tottenham play up in North London. They haven't really moved site. Well, they have, but only about 50 yards. So the old ground was known as White Hart Lane. I still call the new ground White Hart Lane because it's basically right on top of the old ground. So what they've really sort of done, if you can see these pictures that I'm going to start putting up now, you can see the old pitch, the old ground, and they went to Wembley for a couple of years, I think. They played at Wembley for a couple of years while their ground was being built. I mean, it is a wonderful ground. It's absolutely wonderful. Right, let's just see if I'm going to get out Little Dick for a minute, just to get that one last one there. If I can get to it. It's a bit of a stretch. Go on, Little Dick. Oh, I love whipping out my Little Dick in public. I love it. So, Tottenham's ground is basically, what they've done is basically just turned the stadium around. So it's on the site that it was. So the goal, how can I describe it? If I look down at this bottle, if that was the goal in the old ground, basically it's flipped around and now it would be the opposite goal. It's only moved very slightly, and you can see from the pictures it's only moved very slightly. So that's Tottenham. The sad thing about Tottenham, it's an absolute pig to get to. You've got Seven Sisters Station, but that must be a good mile and a half down the road. And you've got White Hart Lane on the London Overground. Again, the trains just don't run frequently enough. It's one I try to avoid, Tottenham, when we go away. Plus, I have done a lot of these grounds anyway, so I'm not so keen to keep going back there. Right, come on, matey boy. And then, what else we got? Oh, let's go to Arsenal, guys. Go on, Barry! Barry in his M5. Go on, Barry. We've had a couple of Barrys today, guys. A couple of wannabe Barrys and a couple of real Barrys. So, Arsenal, guys. So, Arsenal played at Highbury for most of their life. But they moved probably not that far. As the crow flies, probably quarter of a mile. And they moved in the early 2000s to what's called the Emirates Stadium. So I think Highbury held about 37,000 off the top of my head. Fulham wasn't in the Premier League then, so I didn't really have to, it wasn't a ground I went to. I was going up to Darlington, going up to places like Darlington and whatnot, which are great away days. I do love an away day at Darlington or Huddersfield or somewhere like that. These little grounds are so nice. There's something to be said about football outside the Premier League. It's just such great days. Premier League, is a lot of it's known as tourist football, where a lot of tourists go and they watch the Premier League. But when you go to, like, into the Championship, that really thins out. You go to places like QPR and whatnot, it's more just your fans. Right, let's go round here, little Winnie. So let's Arsenal anyway. So this is Arsenal's new ground, and you can see their old ground in the picture. And then there's another picture of it as well, which I'll try and add. Some of them I've got 2 pictures of. Oh, bloody hell. But I'm going to do a lot of before and after things, guys, over the next few videos. I've got places and I've got a few other things as well. It's not all just football stadiums. Today's one is football stadiums and whatnot. So these are the Arsenal ones. So enjoy them pictures a minute. Really close to the finish now. Just walked down another couple of 100 yards since I was waffling on about Arsenal. Just seeing what I can find in here. There's a couple of bottles chucked in here, which I'll get. Should be able to do this without whipping little Dick out. And then what else we got, guys? Twickenham. So there's a picture here of Twickenham Stadium. Now Twickenham's more famous for rugby than football. It's the home of the England Rugby Union, not to be confused with Rugby League, which has slightly different rules. You'd have to ask Buster about that. He's more of a rugby man. All I know is rugby is a game played by men with odd-shaped balls. That's all I know about rugby, really. So, but I know Union used to be amateur and Rugby League was professional, but obviously now even the Union, they get paid well to do what they do. And so this is Twickenham Stadium, which isn't too far from Heathrow Airport. And I think Twickenham holds about 75, maybe 80,000. Not entirely sure. If I can find out, if I'm not sure, I'll flash it up on the screen how many Twickenham holds. And then I will go to the last of the stadiums just for today. There will be some other ones. So I'll go to Wembley Stadium, which is the national stadium, Wembley. And this is the old Wembley, known as the Twin Towers. Now, a little fact, and it will be on a litter pick of mine in the future, but not for a long while, because it's as dangerous as hell to go and litter pick it. But the earth from Wembley Stadium went on to build what I call the pyramids up at Northolt on the A40. There's something called Northola Fields. They have a park run there as well. But basically there's these 3 great big mounds, which I like to call the pyramids. And a lot of that is the earth from Wembley Stadium. They didn't know where to chuck it, so they chucked it there and then built a park from it, which is quite an interesting fact. An interesting fact thrown in for free there, guys. So you got the old Wembley Stadium with the Twin Towers, the iconic Twin Towers. And then it was closed for about 5 years, and the cup final was played at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. And then it went back to Wembley in about 2007. Which I think Chelsea won the cup final that year. So that's Wembley Stadium. Yeah, I think I'm only going to need 1 bag for this side, guys. There's no way. I didn't think it's that bad. I drove down this road on the way in, knowing that I was going to litter pick it. Oh, come on. I had little butchers at it. A butcher's being a butcher's hook, which is a look. I had little butchers. There you go. For those who don't use Cockney rhyming strain, having a butcher's means to have a look at something. Give us a butcher's at the newspaper. There you go. Right, brick, don't do brick. Now, just the last of these little scale things, guys, and changes. Here's a little scale one to finish with. As I've told you in the past, I've loved Star Trek in the past. Watched them all over and over and over and over and over again. So here's, oh, someone's ringing me. Let me take this call, guys. I might be in trouble. Hang on. Right, guys, I'm coming to the end. It's going to be a long video, but make the most of it, because I'm definitely not going to post another one for a week for this being too long. And I do need to space them out, as I've said a few times, just to get me to the 100th video, which will take me up to Super September. So that was my friend Buster on the phone. Buster here, actually. I'm going to Amsterdam tomorrow. If you want to come for a drive with me, we can go on the ferry and have a good time. I said, I can't do it, Buster. Really want to do it as well, but I can't, because I've got a friend who's going back to Cornwall, and he's going back to Cornwall this week, and I need him to finish off the work at my house and whatnot. So that's a shame, but never mind. There'll be another one. There'll be another one. Mrs. Owen let me go. Right, guys, I'll just finish off with Star Trek then. So Captain Kirk's ship. So here it is in comparison to Captain Picard's later ship, the Enterprise E. So as you see, it barely covers the saucer section. That's how big Captain Picard's ship is in comparison to Captain James T. Kirk, James Tiberius Kirk. And then finally, guys, the last picture of the day and the last bit of waffle for the day. And then you can tell me to get lost. This is the two Enterprises of Captain Picard. So the bigger one underneath, believe it or not, is the older one, the Enterprise D. And the sleeker one, superimposed over the top, is the newer one, the Enterprise E. That's a little treat, that, for those who are into Star Trek. So guys, I'm back to Fine Bush Lane. I know Andrew's not far behind me. I can see him down the road chasing me down. So I'm back to Fine Bush Lane. This is where I started about an hour and a half ago. There we are. So we've got one bag, 3 up there, that's 4. The one on the road, 5, 6, 7, 9 bags, and probably about a bag's worth of tat as well. So say 10 bags for argument's sake, including all the stuff I couldn't bag up, which isn't a bad litter pick on this sort of triangle. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Puffed out at the moment walking up that hill. Thank you for watching, and please hit the subscribe button and everything. Just helps my viewing figures. So thank you for the contributions again. Help me buy Little Dick, Big Dick and whatnot as well, which we'll get out. We'll whip Big Dick out one day, and but that really needs to be something that's contained, shall we say, to a small area. So all that leaves me to say, guys, is enjoy the videos. I will definitely catch you on the next one. Until then, I'm going home. I'm probably going to have a little chat with Andrew first, and catch you on the next one.